Man, what's going on? Let me get to the left of Robert here quickly. All right, man, what's going on? It is Sunday service, and it's time for Ole Talk.
Yeah, man.
I go by the name of Big Phil, and I'm joined no other by Robert, Raul, and Yes. And we just here chilling for the next hour or
Let's
so, or whenever the alcohol run out. That's when we're gonna close at the bar. But until then, cheers to you guys. I have no idea what you guys are drinking, but you guys can tell me later on in the show or no. Up to you guys, right? I was telling the guys before the show started that I myself have never sampled puncheon. And I've been trying to get puncheon from Trinidad and Tobago to Canada. And it is not possible because apparently that devil drink is over 70%. Yeah, you can't put it on a plane.
No.
So my next two options is when I go Trinidad Carnival, that's when I go sample it, or I'll have to go back to Barbados and get some. But anyway,
you ship it in a bottle of gin. That's all.
Robert's also suggesting that I empty out a good bottle of gin and put the puncheon in it.
Yeah.
No, sir. We will drink the bottle of gin.
You will drink the bottle of gin.
Yeah, we will drink the bottle of gin.
Right.
And then put the puncheon in the gin bottle.
That's right. And send that for you. Up the road.
Gentlemen, good afternoon.
Hey.
Good afternoon, Zahir. How are you doing?
Yeah,
man, Zahir.
We finally seem to have sorted the bugs in the system.
Yeah, you know why? Puncheon.
The puncheon.
No.
Yeah.
You understand. My computer operating like hurricane. No matter what I do, I'm like. I stay at here with nothing. I leave at here with nothing. I'm hurricane of computers.
Oh my God. Hey.
Let me start drinking and let me start talking. Let me talk about this transfer window that's about to close in about a week or 2 weeks time. Can't remember. It may be a week. I could be wrong. But were there any transfers for you guys that had you surprised, or any transfers that you were just refreshing your social media to check all the time? Could be Manchester United related, could be any other club related. Just if I had to give an example, the two transfers that was kind of trending for the last couple of months now was Caicedo and Mbappe, right? Those are the two guys that were having social media a bit hot with the drama that's going on between the president and Mbappe, or even Caicedo and De Zerbi, and Caicedo and Liverpool, and Caicedo and Chelsea. I don't know. You guys talk to me. Any transfers that you guys thinking that kind of got you saying this is a soap opera? You ain't gonna raise your hand, Raul, but you can talk. There's a nursery school.
Hello. Yeah, because who are going to talk about that other pop, man? It's only if we doing that scratch and dent on the fridge. That's the only thing I ready for. Each day, that's the only thing I ready for. It's that scratch and then moving from the club. Out.
Which one?
Nah, the main scratch and then. Do you have one fridge in the back? Only have one fridge in the back.
I'm an evil boy.
No, I know. You have to understand. Energy is energy. And Harry is heavy energy. Heavier than the size of your forehead. He is heavy. You understand? We need that out of the club. We need that out of the club. The same how the club started go up when Ronaldo got out of the club. Yeah, we need that energy out the club.
Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't want Neymar. I wouldn't want any fellas like that coming to the club to spoil what is being built.
If the sticking point is paying him off an amount that he can agree on, right? You know, I tell you, put me on for a little 20, 30 pounds, you know. I could chip in. We have enough fans worldwide will chip in and pay him off to get out.
I think £1 from each fan will come.
Pay him off, let him go.
Easy.
So Zahir, you think that if we start a GoFundMe, we could raise?
No.
We will raise that money. Let him go. That's one. He needs to go. If he does not go, I don't care if we sign 3 or 4 more players before the end of the deadline. You could bring in Amrabat. You could bring in a new centre back. You could bring in who? If he is still here, it's a failure as far as I'm concerned. He has to go. In terms of the Mbappe situation, it's damn good for PSG because they are the club that started the whole Moneyball situation when they paid Neymar release clause back in the day. So when you jump out and you want to pelt money all around, like come back and bite you in your foot right now. It's good for them. Nobody should feel sorry for them.
No. You leave it on free.
Apparently, Mbappe has returned to training, and he has sat down with the PSG president, and he will probably renew his contract till 2025.
No, he won't. No, he will not.
That is what has been reported.
The man leave it on a free. On a free next year. I guarantee you. He not staying.
You want to make the club pay? You really go that time? He just said that so he can get back to play because CI Euros coming up. He needs to play football. He needs to be played.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Cass.
Well, I wouldn't say it was a surprise, but it's one player. This is the first transfer window. I can honestly say that from the time the player name was mentioned till the time he get in the club, I have followed his every daily step, every report, everything, because I know exactly this is what my club needed, right? And it's Højlund.
Guess was on flight what? Guess was on flight watch, literally.
Yeah.
Who know me? No, I was on top of that from day one. Right?
All I was watching is time.
What is that?
I was watching that. I say, well, for us, are real time. If you okay, I gonna get a puppy in the chat. Yeah.
No, listen.
I know Raul on the time, Raul on the time. Because Raul everywhere, Raul everywhere. In south, in central, in east.
Now listen, north, all you have no idea how bad I wanted that man in my club, boy. I tell you, it's over a year. Going on 2 years, something so jet. All you have no idea. Right? Surprises. I surprised Harry and McTominay is still here. Right?
Okay.
Fred is the one I had a little hope we might hold on to. Right? But I really surprised Maguire and McTominay still here. We get offered 60 million for the two of them and we turn that down. Come on. Come on. We will not get any kind of money close to that again for either of the two. Even if it's 30 million for McTominay, we're not going to get anywhere close to that again.
Let me challenge you, Cass, and challenge the other guys now, right? So you're a Manchester United and West Ham approach you for Scott and Harry and they put up 60 mil. Now you as Manchester United are seeing that they sold 2 players for 200 million. Paqueta and Declan Rice.
Right.
What you as Manchester United gonna do now? You gonna accept the 60 mil for both of them or say, wait. These men got money. Because they now sell Paqueta to Man City and Declan Rice for Arsenal for 100+ mil.
That deal went through? Deal went through?
Paqueta is soon to be announced, but I just gonna speak it. I guess gonna speak it into existence, right? So
let me ask you something, Dave. Where's the greater need right now? because those two players are we don't consider them surplus to requirements.
Yeah.
And we need Amrabat in and a new centre back as early as yesterday.
Yeah.
Right? So what we go play hardball?
I would
and
say
miss out?
smart ball.
Right? So they don't turn their attention away from McTominay now. Well, the report saying that they're looking at Anthony Martial. Watch me. If they offer anything above 30 for Martial, I bite the hand off and tell them take.
Yeah. But knowing us, we'll move stupid. You come and say
I can put another scenario towards you, right? Let's say we hold up for 35 mil each for Scott McTominay and Harry Maguire. That would be a 10 million loss if you get where I'm coming from. Because Scott costs us nothing, and Harry costs us 80.
Right.
So 35 and 35 is 70, and we buy Harry for 80. We only lose 10 mil, right? But
so Harry only costs us 80 in terms of money. What else he has cost us is immeasurable.
True, agreed. That is we can spend an entire podcast on that, but we want to talk about the positives on this podcast today on this Sunday service, right? Mm-hmm. But I think the whole let's not switch topics, but switch players now. I think Caicedo is undecided as to where he wants to go.
And that game today.
Sorry?
The Caicedo goal today didn't help.
The Caicedo goal?
Goal.
The Caicedo bowl, the Caicedo derby. Oh,
yeah.
That was actually a pretty interesting match, I must say, though. But
yes, it was.
Yeah, Caicedo has no idea where he wants to go.
Caicedo it's just a bad thing. He a bad red thing. That's what he is. He a bad red girl, right?
Bad red girl.
She have options. Yes, I have options.
I think saying bad on red gal is a double entendre.
No.
I would just say red gal.
Robert, if you're calling him that, then it is obvious that he has the wrong manager. The man needs to link up with CJ Fred Peters. He's the only man to handle bad things.
Bad thing with wings. Bad thing that is string red.
But still, on a real, right? Let's break it down like this. I am one, yes. We have a player, you want to come buy my player, I want, as the Glazers like to say, fair market value.
Yeah.
However, let's look at it this way. I do not think there is anybody on God's green earth who believes Moises Caicedo is worth that kind of money.
No.
Brighton do.
No. They don't believe that, They are going to take advantage of a situation. And if you're stupid enough to pay what they ask, go right ahead. Right? Chelsea, and neither Chelsea nor Liverpool believe this man is worth that, This is one-upsmanship and moneyball playing here. Right? This is literally an inches measuring contest. I want to try and keep my language a little PG. It's an inches measuring contest between two American owners.
Zahir. This is old talk.
Say the word. So it's basically a dick measuring contest.
Measuring.
Right? Unfortunately, we have owners who ain't got that between the legs. So it has nothing to measure.
No, they're a bunch of pom-poms.
So if you trying to tell me you watching what we use West Ham in terms of what they would have gotten for their sales, right? But you can't sit down here and expect that anybody going to pay that kind of money for Scott McTominay. Caicedo is better than Scott.
Yes.
Right? Caicedo is better than Scott and Harry put together. Right? He could probably play centre back better than Harry, and he could play midfielder better than Scott. Right? But at the same point in time, you want to play stupid with, as they say, play smart with nonsense in the market. But you have to be realistic. If you keep holding out money for them, they tell you 60 for the two, you should have bite their hand and take it. Even if you're holding out for 70, at some point they're going to watch around and say, you know what? I mean, outside there we could go wrong for that same money, right? And somebody go hold on to Moyes and rock too hard clout on him and make him see sense and carry him and buy 2 other players.
Yeah.
But apparently West Ham and Man United did accept the 30 mil for Harry Maguire, but
I see that as
rumors are is the salary that holding it back is the negotiations for the salary. Because Harry Maguire,
if Manchester wanted 40,
I don't
right?
think it's that enough.
You don't think so?
Out of that 40, they would have had to spend between 5 and 10 to pay him off. So basically, 30 is fair market value for him.
So what do you think is holding it back, Cass?
The payout,
The payout?
right? The payout of the contract is worth 10 million.
But why would we have to pay him out if the clubs already agreed a deal? Because right now Harry Maguire is on 190K.
You see, apart from agreeing the deal, Phil, you gotta watch the number of years he have left on his contract. Right? Then you gotta watch the salary negotiations between he and West Ham.
Right.
So to get that deal over the line, you gotta pay him out so that what he may take in a loss. Let us say he has 2 years left with us.
He does.
So you calculate what his 2-year salary would be.
Okay.
To go to West Ham, he has to significantly reduce that. So to ease the transfer, you pay him out what he will lose in income. So that if he starts at them with a reduced salary, he hasn't really lost anything for the next 2 years.
Oh, I see.
At least that's how I understand it.
No. What you said just now makes total sense. So what you're saying is that you would calculate.
No, you're right.
Yeah, so you'll calculate what Harry makes in 2 years, pay him out that, and then West Ham can have a better chance of negotiating a salary.
That first salary, because you're not going to lose anything. It's coming like you were still paying. We're probably not going to make a payout. That's going to be the full 200,000 a week, which is 800,000 a month, 9.6 million a year. Simple math. So round it off to easy 10 math. 10 million, right? For easy math. That would have been 20 million over 2 years. Right?
Boy,
we may not be paid.
With what I drink in here, that easy miles, boy. I can tell you that for sure.
Right?
But anyway, good for you, though. I like that.
We may not be paying the full 20, and then you just get rid of a man who was on 350,000 plus a week. So that is salary money that we're not spending.
Correct.
Right? You've also gotten rid of Fred's salary, which I think was somewhere in the vicinity of 100, right? You're saving that money, so we can afford to now pay out. It is all about what Harry is going to accept as a payout, right? Remember, it's the same thing when managers leave before their time is up.
Yeah,
and this happened with Jose. Yeah. Jose got a payout, and part of the deal was a non-disclosure, so he cannot speak about certain things that went on, that's conditions that he payout, right? So to me, that's what we're looking at, because realistically speaking, Harry Maguire is possibly going to have to accept a salary cut of maybe as much as 50%. Maybe as much as. Because but you're going to a new club, it's going to depend on their salary structure. And the highest money.
How much money is he on? Is he on now?
190K.
He's on 200,000 a week now.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's been on, and I believe he was due an increase, or some of the senior earners would have been due increases. Champions League qualification, right? All of those bonuses. This is what we just call the add-ons and the performance bonuses in people's contract, right? So they would have been owed that too. And on top of that, remember, by just qualifying for Champions League, Adidas giving us a 50 million off the top right there.
Anybody can answer this question by Martin Phillip?
It's Jose and Harry. They have to be. They have to be. Phil teaching how to steal a wage.
Yeah.
Let me shift it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Let me shift it back to Caicedo, right? The main question is, where do you guys think Caicedo going to end up?
Brighton.
Oh, serious?
Brighton?
I think that's the right place. He should sit down right there in Brighton.
Because say what? With what going on there, he would end up right in Brighton because I don't see the deals happen, and if the deal happen, he may still end up not being the. I feel he won't be totally happy, and he's not going to end up as successful as he think he would. I feel he should just, even though he say he wants to go, he should stay right in Brighton, eat the humble pie, play good football, because I tell you, Brighton going to be up there in that top 6 this year. I don't care what nobody say. They are going to be top 6.
And that according to, it was either Sky Sports or ESPN, I can't remember which one. Apparently, the rumored length of contract, remember they had said that he had agreed personal terms with Chelsea a long time now, right? Caicedo. Is an 8-year contract, with an option of a 1-year extension. You committing yourself to a club for 9 years.
Nah, boy.
You see people doing that because, again, after 3-4 years, the milk goes sour, and you want to bust out somebody had to buy out that contract.
Yeah, in about 2 or 3 years' time, Chelsea going to have a hard time getting rid of these players. Trust me.
They will. They can't even get rid of
Lukaku.
Let's look at it at both ends, right? Let's say after 3 years, their players flop. Now you got to look to replace those players or the manager in terms of how Chelsea goes. Let's say if their players flourish, you know who come in knocking? Real Madrid. Real Madrid could come knocking. And Real Madrid could be like, oh shit, this guy got like 5 years left on his contract, which means we got to spend what, 150 million on this guy? Nope. And then you go offset the player, you go upset him, make him uncomfortable in the camp, and now what's gonna happen? You can end up sounding like a Paul Pogba situation again, which you don't want, right? But Caicedo, Brighton, he will have to definitely eat that humble pie. He will definitely have to have a conversation with De Zerbi and also with the players as well. But that could take a couple of months or so.
But you all watched the game yesterday. I saw Brighton game yesterday. I watched the game yesterday. And them fellas have not missed a step. You understand?
Brighton played yesterday.
Grant played Luton, which is a promoted team.
Right.
Luton.
Right? Yeah, Luton, yeah.
We don't know how much good training they got because next week is round 2 and the Luton Burnley game is already postponed because it was the Luton home game and the venue not ready. So they're not willing to go to Burnley and play. Remember, there was a big whole thing when they got promoted about their ground, Kenilworth Road, and the size of, so they have a lot of work to put in there. So I don't even know how good their preparation was. So yeah, Brighton did what they had to do and look good. But
I got a random question before we go back to Caicedo. Have you guys seen Luton's home ground?
Yeah. Gotta walk through house hunting and get there.
Yeah.
People say that's the beauty of the Premier League, right? But for some reason, players are going to be so frustrated. I got a feeling players are going to be like, yo, I can't make this game, or are you going to call in injured or some shit like that just to avoid playing at Luton, boy. Look. Anyway, back to Caicedo. Greed is going to get him at Chelsea. I assume we're talking about Caicedo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
You see, somebody at some point, guys, managers, and somebody has to put a stop to this Moneyball effect. Because, I mean, no disrespect to Moises Caicedo. But if his name was, at this point in time, Kylian Mbappe or Vinicius Jr. or one of those guys who you consider to be around his age and in the top 10 to 15 players in the world at his age, right? If that was the name and the stature of the person having the body of work of that those guys had, And that kind of money calling, you could easily back and say, yeah, boy. But when that kind of money starts to go for Moses Caicedo from Brighton, partner, anybody with a bloody tree, left-footed, half-blind, then people go start to call 100 million for a Scott McTominay.
But 100 million is now the new 50 million.
Yeah, but wait, come on. We start that shit by paying 80 or 85 for Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
Well, the Neymar deal went down before Harry.
No, but
I think it all started with the
but at least he was
Neymar.
Neymar.
PSG starts everything with Neymar.
Yeah, but you see, it's still Neymar.
Barca put that release clause because they tell us that nobody come in and dropping that money on the table. And then bam, a man come and drop the money on the table.
Are we the only club this transfer window to not buy a player for 100 million?
Yes.
So far, yeah.
Well,
wait, hold up.
Besides these smaller clubs?
Yeah, besides the smaller clubs, yeah.
In the top five. The top five from last season.
Liverpool had already agreed with Brighton for 100 mil for Caicedo, you know.
Yeah. Right. So they had that agreed.
Arsenal spent
110
on Rice. White Rice.
Yeah. For Rice.
105.
No, Newcastle didn't pay that for anybody. Newcastle hasn't crossed that. Tonali, I think, was what, 60 something.
Tonali was their most expensive signing with 70 mil, right? So,
and the man looked good yesterday.
Yeah. Yes, scored on his
debut. And that's a good buy, eh? That's a good buy.
He didn't look too good in preseason, but definitely played well yesterday.
He was a defender playing in midfield. You know, madness, you know.
So yeah, they still. I was expecting they would be breaking the bank now that they into the Champions League, but I think you're gonna give them one season in Champions League. Yeah, and if they do make it out of the group stage, then they're gonna. But they managed to get back in the following year. Yeah.
I think Newcastle owners learned lessons from PSG and Man City owners and whoever else, and they realized, no, you can't rush the brush. You gotta take your time, do it calm, buy little players to bring them up, and when you reach up there, then you can say, all right, cool, clap someone. You know,
I didn't say that, Robert. If I could take us, we still on the line of players purchase tracks, but I want to focus on United, and I want to ask your opinions of what you think the squad depth is going to be like this season, particularly in the middle of the park when Kobe Mainoo comes back, and if we really give Hannibal Mejbri that promotion to the first team.
I think honestly, we will get Amrabat. I think we're gonna buy one more midfielder. I don't know why. I think we will. We will buy
one more attacking midfielder, defensive midfielder, holding midfielder.
I don't know, but I feel if we get us Scott, we will buy one more.
So yeah, because actually all right, because Fred gone.
And Amrabat's supposed to be his replacement.
Donny will get loaned to Real Sociedad, and then possibly Scott. So that's three midfielders that you got to back up. But to mention what Raul said, Hannibal could be the next person to replace Scott. Kobe Mainoo could be the next person to replace Fred. And I'm not sure about Donny. That probably will be Amrabat.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel as though we will buy one more. Like we will buy one more and still have Mainoo and Hannibal there to still done that before.
Right? I am honestly impressed with that youth, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's very sad about the injury, though. You know,
Cassie muted.
Cass, you're muted. Unmute.
Sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah. No, I think after the Amrabat midfield and incoming centre back, I think they would go for another striker than another midfielder. I just had this hint that they would really go for another striker. Even if it's a loan deal or some kind of thing like that.
Yeah.
Now, for me,
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because
we've been hearing some rumors.
Martial's a big
No, but
time. He has to go.
I've been hearing some rumors about the Onana that is at Everton, that Ten Hag likes, right? The midfielder.
We don't want him. Too much
But
copycats.
my whole thing is, if we set up Sofian Amrabat in this window, it will look very bad, and it will damage our. You can't have a man who's sitting down there waiting on us and refusing other moves, and you're saying you need to sell to buy. So you sold a backup goalkeeper. You're not bringing in another keeper, so that money could go somewhere else.
I got to ask Cass a question because I am also in agreement with you with regards to bringing in another striker. But the question I was asked on another podcast a couple of weeks ago, and I'll probably ask you this as well, Cass. Do you trust Jadon Sancho at the false nine?
And I'm not convinced. He may do a job, but I still not convinced. Right? There are other options out there that even a loan deal is possible. So Jadon as a false nine, probably in the Carabao Cup games or something like that, but
no, even then.
Nah.
But
we need to hit the ground. We need to hit the ground running.
Right, but you see how can say to do our job, we need men who will come in and just run. It can't be do our job. How to be you come in there and you're running. It can't be any kind of we will see and go try something. Because I don't think we have time to try.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that.
So Robert, you would take a striker then?
We do have
Yeah. I would.
See, if we were at the stage where Ten Hag had already had enough time and proper ownership and proper backing to fix the issues behind striker, meaning goalkeeper, defense, midfielder, everything that he wanted to fix was fixed. And the only problem right now was striker. I could say get somebody to just do a job and hold on and whatnot for now.
Yeah.
Because everything else sorted. Right? But we still have other things that still had to sort out. So we had to start to tick things off the box. Yeah. With regards to Sancho, partner, at this point in time, the only man I think on that side who I would even trust to try to play as a false nine is Bruno, playing talk bad manners. Right? Whether he's going to be very effective at it or not, but it is the tenacity, it is the commitment, it is the drive, it is just the playing football on the front foot. Right? Sancho just walks onto that field and I look at him and I get the impression like, boy, the man is on vibes. Is what vibes he get up with that day. If he feel like really giving you 80 to 90%, he will get that. And if the vibes there,
that's a martial attitude.
Yeah. No,
it's a martial attitude.
That's all. Wait. Hold on. So Zahir, if I'm here, you correct. What you are saying is that his Caribbean heritage is showing out on the
Well, oh God, I ain't want to say it so, but I mean, people don't open my DMs blazing me this morning because West Indies win a series. Man, fire man on their move from here with that. Right?
Win one in what? Win one in how many?
West Indies. Wait.
Yes?
Your old man does still follow cricket? What's wrong with you?
I already know here.
I was in the Brian Lara Cricket Stadium in a blue-colored jersey supporting India. You know, ball, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. I know. I only go CPL. I go CPL for the rum.
They're not getting my money, brother. They're not getting my $300, and I can't carry nothing in the stadium with me. You're mad.
No, you. That's why you have women. Right? You carry girls who have bags and put the rum in their bag, in her bag.
I got this.
No bag, no nothing getting in, brother.
I got a stupid question because I literally have not been following cricket since I came to Canada, and that's 2013. So I have not followed cricket in about 10 years. Have I missed anything?
No.
West Indies worse than United.
All right. Let me put it this way. The only thing you've missed is they keep finding ways to lose work.
Yeah.
They keep finding ways to lose work.
Right.
To lose worse.
Yeah. You see what happened is West Indies knows how
You
to
ever
snatch,
see a team that can
victory
snatch
out of the
defeat
jaws of
from
defeat.
victory?
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
was a term back in the day. You snatch defeat from the jaws of it. That was a term back in the day. You're saying that West Indies still do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy.
Very much.
This
But
island,
but on a real low, offer West Indies and back to United. I am cautiously what's the word I'm looking for, boy? Not positive.
optimistic.
The game tomorrow. Cautiously positive. I have the air of confidence, but I don't want to be overconfident.
Right.
Well,
Because
there's no Traore, there's no Jimenez, there's no more. The guy in the midfield that went to Saudi Arabia.
Neves.
Yeah, there's Neves, so there's no more three of them.
The coach,
gone.
Neves.
The coach gone. The coach get fired, and now they got a new coach. So you know was the question that a lot of people were asking when Wolves got their coach fired, if it's a new manager bounce for us. And I said it's not. I would be more worried of the new manager bounce if it was in the middle of the season. But this is the beginning of the season, right? So it's a fresh start for everybody. Martin Phillips is saying not here at West Indies.
This game playing at Old Trafford or
Old Trafford,
yeah, Old Trafford.
Yeah, Old Trafford.
So what I'm saying is, I personally, I'm gonna watch your change that there in the camera. I don't care if it's only one goal we score. I just want 3 points.
3 points. That's it.
No. I want one goal.
I want but one performance too.
3 points.
That's right.
Yeah. So in a perfect situation, it's going to be Rashford scores assisted by Bruno. Bruno scores assisted by Rashford.
Yes.
And if we score 3, it had to be a long ball over the top from Onana. So he get the assist.
Yes.
I would adopt. I was just about to mention an Onana assist as well. I would adopt Raul's mentality with
Something tell me Raul fudge my partner. They calling me same 3 players. I waited on for points tomorrow.
So, right now I'm on 62. That's cool.
I'm 60.
Oh.
62 after today?
I only had Pinnock and Mbuemo today. So I'm on 62.
55
I made one mistake. I took out just before I took out Rodri and put Foden. And that was the only mistake I made. I had 5 points on the bench to come off because I had Botman on the bench. So Stones and Botman will be an automatic swap. I have 11 points on my bench. I have no points to come off my bench. No.
So I have 5 to get from my bench. That'll put me on 60 with our 3 players.
If Arteta for Arsenal did not play the ass and put on Gabriel, I would have 8 points coming off my bench.
Gabriel who?
The
defender.
Oh, Gabriel Magalhaes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're saying you wanted to adopt, you want to adopt.
I would say so. When you say you only want 3 points, that would be my attitude towards the business ends of the season, right? I literally want us to go all guns blazing tomorrow. I want like a 4-love win.
Yeah, that'd be great, but secure. I want 3 points. I don't want to start like last year. I want to.
Well, I know when I say we had to erase that last year. So I want them all guns blazing.
If you really want to erase it, you gotta hit them 7.
7?
Yeah,
No, but
save that for Liverpool.
On the top of the table,
hit them 7. Hit them 7. It's a statement.
Save that for Liverpool, boy. The way Liverpool plays today, boy. I mean,
Raul, a 4-0 will alphabetically put us above Newcastle at the top of the table.
You could get to that Liverpool defense. Trust me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, that Liverpool defense shaky.
Chelsea show you that.
The fella Nico Jackson from Colombia, boy, he had Konate on wheels, boy. Look. But yeah, I would like a 4-love win tomorrow. And I got a question. You guys expect Mount to start and score, or Mount to come off the bench, or
Start.
You're gonna start. You're gonna
Now
start
he
for sure.
started. Come on.
Yeah, you start. Yeah.
wait, is he gonna score?
Nah, I think so.
The fourth one, probably yeah. The
The
fourth
onlyest,
one.
the onlyest, the onlyest person, the onlyest, the onlyest debutant that United have that will score when he plays, and he will be there for Arsenal.
It's Hoyland.
Of course.
No, but as Kes mentioned, Hoyland, right, guys? I mean, I would like to take it for granted that everybody looked at the youth man interview and whatnot and things.
Zahir, you missed the comment that Martin Phillips sent you here.
But that West Indies win. All right, so before I continue talking about Hoyland, let me talk to Martin. As somebody who is currently involved in cricket administration in this country at the youth level, it sounds harsh when I say I can't support West Indies. But my thing is this, I know what's going on underneath at the youth level. And I know the struggles we're facing, and I know how hard we fight it. And I know how bad things are at the top. And if I keep blindly supporting, all you're doing is validating the crap that's going on at the top. And it's covering the cracks and it's papering over things. And there are young players who are killing themselves out to try and get a leg up in the cricket. And the nepotism and the dotage is ruining these guys' careers. Right? So I can't sit down here and say I still support. And the thing that the final nail in the coffin for me was watching an interview Sir Gary did recently, receiving an award, giving a speech somewhere. And Sir Gary starts to talk about the state this West Indies cricket is, and the man chokes up. The man starts to get teary-eyed when he says that it hurts to see where West Indies is. But you're only making fellas like that cry in this day and age because of the crap they're doing. Nah, fire burn. That would be like if they interview Sir Alex and the man break down. Well, but I don't know if I can still support United after that. You know, if they put tears in Sir Alex, you know.
Yeah, boy. You almost do that when last year before.
Yeah.
Under Ole, boy, yeah.
So to circle back quickly on Hoyland, boy, the man just exudes and oozes a kind of confidence and self-belief about the man. Mm-hmm. You walk on that pitch with a swagger. Yeah. Like, it's not going to intimidate this man. Martial have a way about him, yes, but you don't feel like Martial just going to grab Old Trafford by the scruff of the neck and make it his own. The same thing with Sancho. No. Right? Garnacho have that kind of wild man in him. Right?
Yeah.
Casemiro and Varane, when they showed out at Old Trafford, it's like, been there, done that. This is not going on overrun me. And this youth at 20 years old have that.
Anthony have that.
Anthony
walk out on that pitch. Get out.
That man's fire, boy. That man like he's fire.
Watch me. People that say he's a one-trick pony, but his work rate is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. It is phenomenal.
Yes.
If Sancho and them can work as hard, if Sancho could just pick up and work as hard as him.
I can be a bit controversial here, guys. I am still on the fence about Anthony. And I want to be proven wrong this season by Anthony. I'm still on the fence with Anthony.
Well, you will be on the fence, yes, but you see, when you want to play for my club and you will give all out for my club, I will put your tipping over with your drawstring hanging on the fence.
Yeah.
On the right side.
Perfect. I have no problem with that.
Anytime you shut up, hey, go.
Let me say this, right? I love Fred, but we will not miss Fred. Because why? And have another midfielder in we ranks who exudes that energy and carries on, or the point, covers that field from post to post, right? And I believe he's the one who will surprise most of us when he gets game time. Because judging from what I have seen in preseason, he was the most foul player, right? When you think about the most foul player,
Who are you
who is that?
talking about? Cass? With Menu?
Hannibal.
Or Hannibal? Oh.
Hannibal.
He
He ready.
The two of them, that's what I say.
He ready.
Those two youth men could be the biggest catalysts for us having a successful season in terms of providing the necessary depth and rotation and not losing too much. Because use correctly, I've seen your Phil, but use correctly with the experience and main players that we have, where men could get strategic rest and still based on the opponents, then this is what we need. Because you find too much last season, we had to put out the same 11.
When we made the changes,
I am agreeing.
It dropped.
I'm in agreement with Kies, but with Hannibal now, and this probably just me. When it comes to Hannibal, the last game that I think Hannibal played in the EPL for us, he did piss poor in that Liverpool game where he should have been sent off and he gave away the ball for a Liverpool goal. So I want Hannibal to have what do you call it? An outbreak season for us come this season. I think Hannibal
was at Birmingham last season. He was at Birmingham last season. He went on loan. He was on last season loan.
Well, they were going and say, who is the manager now? The difference is the manager.
Yeah.
Right? He has come forward leaps and bounds since then. Right? And now I say, I really feel, I mean, aside from Mino, he could be the big surprise package this season.
I think Hannibal could be our next, maybe Ander Herrera. I don't know if you guys remember him.
Come on, man.
True. Let me
come
get
on, a little better than that.
Let me get you some comments there. Somebody is taking shots at Raul saying 62 points is not enough.
Yeah.
Courtney saying he need to learn to cross with his right foot. He talking about Anthony.
Yes.
Zahir, Martin Phillip is coming back for you again, boy. Zahir, name one organization in the Caribbean where nepotism doesn't exist. Answer this at the end of the show. I am giving you enough time if you need it. You want to answer at the end of the show, Zahir, or you want to stick to
No, he's right. I cannot think of one where there is no nepotism. However, because I'm directly involved in this sport, I'm getting my eyes open to what the nepotism is leading to and causing. And I firmly believe that people have to start to take a stand against it. I've heard the Prime Minister make certain comments about it. I understand that there is a CARICOM Select Committee of which our Honourable Prime Minister is the chairman of, that's looking at West Indies cricket and the structure and the administration and all of this. And I wish them well, and I hope they can find ways to fix certain things. But from what I grew up looking at in the 80s and 90s, to what now I have to be a part of, and I have to find myself justifying or finding answers to young players to try and console them when certain things can't happen, and to try to keep encouraging guys to keep putting in the work and keep putting their nose to the grindstone and keep doing this as a coach, as a manager, and an administrator. Now, we have to do better. We have to do better. So for me, if that means that I had to sit down in the Queen's Park Oval and put on a yellow and green, or wear my yellow and green Manchester hat when West Indies play in Australia and go against every fiber in my body and say, Aussie, 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 well, I go out and do that. Because if I stood down there and I keep balling rally, and all we're doing is rallying for the wrong reasons and the wrong way, then I am part of the problem.
I got a question for the panel, and it just came across my mind. Is cricket the only sport that Caribbean people are good at?
What?
Hell no.
No.
Caribbean people are good at everything they do.
You don't watch athletics?
Sorry, let me rephrase the question. On an international level, Is cricket the only?
Everything they do. Let's
give me five. Give me 5 sports that Caribbean people. Give me 5 sports other than cricket and athletics that Caribbean people.
Okay, well, there is boat, which is running. That's one.
Yeah.
There is
football.
Right. There's football because we had a Yorkie who reached.
That was in 99. That was in
99. Relax. The Jamaican women's team made it to the knockout of the FIFA World Cup, gentlemen. They sent Brazil home. So big up to our Caribbean sisters. Right?
I know we had.
The netballers did pretty well.
Yeah. I had a guy who reached cycling. Yeah, I had a guy who reached
the netball
NBA. I can't remember his name.
NBA.
Yeah, the NBA.
But his father is a former police. No, his father is a former police. He's a younger guy. His father is a former police.
I don't know. I can't remember if it was recently or
he lives in Los Angeles now.
I'm not talking about athletes who have Caribbean heritage. I'm talking about athletes who are
born in Trinidad. Born
Trinidad, Jamaica, Beijing.
I think why the cricket is really taking the center stage is because of the kind of reputations that the Pollards, the Bravos, the Narines have built. The way that these guys are now able to go anywhere in the world that there's a franchise cricket league, command a high pick and command a high salary, and usually perform well for their franchise teams, right? And together with them, you have the Pollards, you have the Purans, you have all the guys up and down the chain of islands who are playing.
Let me ask another question then, guys. That will follow up to my previous question. Is there a lot of investment in other sports in the Caribbean that they're similar to the investment in cricket?
Well, I can tell you that in Jamaica, it seems like track and field is big.
Yeah.
Because I've had Jamaican co-workers, and they have told me that when they have schools track meet, it's almost like an Olympic event.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And that's how it used to be at QRC. That's why QRC used to dominate local track and field.
Yeah.
Seriously. That's how it used to be.
Yeah, but that's also why QRC didn't win it.
Raul, I love you like a brother, but you start to call at school name.
QRC. When you went into the talk to me,
Hold on. I just tell you off on personal experience. But even the same thing, just a pure example, you play, there's the nepotism in sport under 16. Jean Lady White was one of the national coaches, right, for the under 16. And he was also coaching QRC's first 11. I went to the North Zone trials. They put the players in 2 piles. I make a play, good play, whatever, changes. But because I didn't pass the ball wide to the man, and cut in on my left foot and hit a shot that hit the crossbar, he put me in the pile of people that not making it. Simply because the player who I didn't pass to was from his club. And he put that player in the pile of people to go. For for that national screening. Which was totally unfair. The fellas, they couldn't understand how and why. And I was always after that. Never play my football, but never bothered to push further with that. That's why track and field ended up being more, because it's for you. You doing your thing for you in track and field. You train hard, you do what you want to do, and you go for it. Them kind of teams, and that's a lot of what happens locally.
Let me go back to football.
Yeah.
I got a comment saying from Martin Phillip that Garnacho is going to make United proud this season.
I believe so.
Just as he did last season.
Yeah.
But does Garnacho get start in this team if Hoyland and Rashford are clicking? That's the question.
Until Hoyland is fit and playing, Garnacho starts on the left.
Where does Rashford start?
On the left.
Rashford starts up top until Hoyland is fit and playing. And even when Hoyland is coming back, I do expect him to start running 90 minutes off the top. Right? So once Hoyland is off the field, Marcus is going to be the number 9, and Garnacho is going to be on the left.
You hear your words out here. Once Hoyland is off the field. Right?
If both him and Rashford on the field, I can't see Garnacho staying on the left.
Correct. If Hoyland and Rashford are clicking, like they're just sharing goals for goals and assists for assists, I can be honest, Mo. I don't see Garnacho getting that much start unless it's in a Carabao Cup or FA
Look,
Cup. That's just my
here's another question: Have
I
we've tried
I agree with you,
Marcus on
Phil,
the
because
tell him come.
no. I agree with you, Phil, because listen, he was a fantastic option to have coming off the bench,
yes.
right? Because you really need that squad depth for this season that you're going into here. You need it.
Yes.
So you're seeing what these other teams are them bringing, right?
right. So let me try this.
I want to go back to Courtney Andrews' comment. Just now, I want to go back to Courtney Andrews' comment where he say, like Anthony need to cross with his right foot. Whether he crossing with his left or his right, who he crossing to, right? When Hoyland comes into that squad, you go see crosses raining like that boy going and get food, you'll get whiplash because food coming from any and every direction. Right? But while Rashford or Sancho, Marshall there as a number 9, them crosses ain't going and come so.
Can we envision a situation like this, guys? Where...
One second. Remember, as we were talking, just want to touch back the basketball, right? But partner it is who father the fellow with the son who played in the NBA.
Oh,
what's his name?
Liam Bernard.
Liam Bernard.
Yeah.
This is another Manchester United man here, Mr. Ford.
Blessings.
Yeah.
Right? I feel I
Bless.
This fella is familiar.
Yeah, Larry Kessler.
Yes.
Yeah, Larry Kessler.
But that Liam Bernard, he plays in the Chile for Detroit Pistons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ex-deceased Commissioner Troops Bernard.
Big team.
His grandson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know,
we had a guy who has Barbados heritage who just won with the Golden State Warriors, I think a couple years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have players out there from the Caribbean who people don't know about doing great things.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see a situation with Manchester United? Yeah. Can we see a situation where you start with Hoyland up front, right? In the number 9, you have Marcus on the left and Anthony, Sancho, whoever on the right. Okay? It's getting tight. We haven't locked down the victory. We got about 15-20 minutes left. Is it too far-fetched to see Ten Hag turning to Garnacho, bringing him on the left and going with a 4-4-2 and having Rashford and Hoyland as 2 strikers up front?
This is a low block team.
It's not far-fetched.
It's not far-fetched. This is a low block team.
I'm not saying run that for the whole game. I'm telling you, last 15-20 minutes, when you know you have a team tired and you're trying to deliver that goal or that knockout.
Well, I can tell you one thing, Zahir. When it comes to the last 15 minutes of the game, all tactics go out the window. We throw in the kitchen sink, we throw in the fridge, not Harry Maguire, but we throw in everything at them. So Hoyland, Rashford,
I just want Harry. I want Harry to go to a Premiership team because I just want to watch Hoyland and Garnacho running at Harry Maguire.
Hey, Zahir, let me tell you something. If Harry goes to West Ham, right, all of a sudden Harry will turn into prime Franco Baresi. All of a sudden. And I tell you this,
Sergio Ramos or something like that.
I'm telling you, and I'm telling you, sir, we will face West Ham, and all of a sudden you will see Harry will come. Block Rashford, block Garnacho, block this one. It will happen. You know why? It's football.
Guys, I have a hard question. A real hard question. If you are told right now, by whatever divine power you believe in, that Manchester United, I'm going to guarantee them 1 trophy this season. but you had a pick. Which one you picking?
Premier League.
Which one I would pick?
Picking Premier League.
Premier League.
Picking Premier League, boy.
It had to be the Premier League because I cannot live in a world where Manchester City, more importantly, Pep Guardiola, wins 4 in a row on us. I can't live in that world, boy.
Yeah.
I think the last time we Premier League is
I'd rather he win 2 Champions League back to back. Really and truly.
I don't want that either, but
if that is the deal I had to make, where we get in that Premier League, but he win in the Champions League, I can live with that. But he can't win 4 Premier League in a row. No.
Then, you know the next stupid thing gonna be? It's Pep Guardiola better than Sir Alex Ferguson.
Never. Please take that heresy out of your thoughts, brother. Never.
No, I'm just telling you what the
but the question already there, you know.
Is going to say.
People, but the thing is, it is already there. The question already there.
Yeah, but you know why there? You know why there? Because the man had the money to buy. He did not build no squad. He had the money to spend to buy. Whereas
in all his history, he never had what's the Bella squad.
He never built a squad.
No. He never had to worry about the work. He never went nowhere where owners were threatening to fire him. No. He never chose a club that was rebuilding to the extent ours was rebuilding. He never went anywhere where owners were disagreeing with his methods, methodology, or the type of players that he wanted. Right? He has carefully, let's give him that, he has carefully chosen every job that he has taken to give him the optimal field and environment to win trophies. He's about winning trophies. So somewhere before this man's career is done, he's going to have more trophies than our beloved Sir Alex. We can't fight that. No. Right? But I don't feel that's going to make him a better player because people come now, and if you take this, you extend this argument, people will still say, I am not one of them, that a certain short hobbit won World Cup eclipsing El Rey's 3.
No, it does. I mean, according to people, to me,
right?
Messi didn't win the World Cup, you know.
Well, we know
money.
Yeah, it was presented to him.
How many
penalties he got?
7.
7.
You also got to realize that Sir Alex Ferguson did it in an era of Ancelotti, Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
Those 3. And
he also did it in an era where the rules of the game were not as stringent and feather-light touch as it is now.
A lot of people don't realize that, but Sir Alex Ferguson built 4 teams in Manchester United. I think so. He built 4 teams when he first came. Then the treble team.
No. When he first came,
before that. It was 2 before that, yeah.
When he first came, then class of 92.
Yeah.
Then the treble team.
Right.
And then the team that won his second Champions League trophy.
In 08.
2008.
Yeah. And to be fair, I mean, they could say that he did do it again afterwards, you know.
Yeah. But I would say minimum teams that's the
Yeah,
because look, in 2008 we won the Champions League.
Right.
He retired in 2013 winning the Premier League.
Yeah.
Right? So no, don't come and give me this. What this man was able to achieve, and in the days when you weren't spending the kind of money. Yes, there are times we spent money on players. But I always remind people, when we bought White York, that was Manchester's record signing at that point in time at £12 million.
Oh,
so we weren't going out there and spending 20-30 million pounds on people.
I could give you a story about Dwight York. The year before he went to Aston Villa, right? According to my father, I don't know if I was there. According to him, right, Dwight York was in our home, right? Now, he was a family friend of ours, Spaniards, and he was in our home. And my
this
father,
is 17, 18-year-old Dwight strike squad days.
Yes, strike squad days. And he was in the house and he told Dwight he was, he's a Jamaican man. He told Dwight, he had to go to England. He had to go. Forget Trinidad. He had to go there and do it. He had to leave Trinidad behind. And I remember because it was him. Now I was very small. Now I remember these men being in my house, right? But it was him. I think it was Marvin Poston.
If you offer the man a Malta, I remember it was like
yeah. Yeah, that's no, but then right afterwards he was there, and I think the year before he came back to Trinidad a year. Well, while he was at Aston Villa. Now, this I do remember though, right? The year before he joined Manchester. He came back to Trinidad and we met him. And the man said, I might be going to a club, but I'm not sure yet. But I thank you, Pops, for telling me to go out there now and do it now. Because truth was nobody here was really backing the man to do anything. Nobody. You know what I mean? So that's why to me, my love of this club, right, is a lot more personal to me because it was in my home. The guy was in my house. He sat down there and I watched him like a little child. I'm like, who is this guy? Who's this guy? And it was just to see him rise to where he reached, and he was seeing me today and he'd be like, hey, what's the scene, whatever, and I was saying like that kind of personalized thing is why I love this club, So that I was saying I like this club is more than just a club now, it's memories. It's
Yes,
it's so
yes,
sad.
buddy,
It's so sad.
yeah, boy.
Mm-hmm.
I go address that when thing done.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad to me
But
right
I want to
now
go
that
back to
we have this
I want to
young
go
guy
back to what
who
Martin Phillips said.
What
we
did
have
Martin
Levi
Phillips
we have
say?
Levi Garcia. Levi Garcia is really, really talented.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
This comment here,
He's a young man.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Levi in the Premiership. The problem is, unless I miss my guess here, I believe that the English FA has a rule that applies to the Premiership. If your country is outside of the top 100 FIFA ranking, you cannot get a work permit to play in the Premiership, to play in the lower division. If your team come and get promoted, which is a different story, right? But to say to just get bought by a Premiership team if your country is outside the top 100, because I think with a little more seasoning, Levi should be able to perform there.
Yeah.
But don't you realize that his club does not want to let him go? They want to build around
and they know what they have because they gave offer damn good money for him, almost £30 million.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Friend side wanted.
I shocked they didn't take it.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way: if they get through the qualifiers and end up in the Champions League, and you help them fellas and them pull off some little shots or get out a group stage, that's value doubling it.
Correct.
If you perform on that stage, that's value doubling.
What you want to address, Cass, with regards to this comment from Martin Phillip?
No, I had to agree a full 100 with Martin Phillip because all you see so far this weekend, how much minutes being added on to these games.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah,
That's gonna be telling. Come.
Minimum I see this weekend so far was 5
Right?
minutes. And that was Liverpool versus Chelsea just now.
It had four. It had a 4-minute half. There was only 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And
In the first half was 11 minutes.
Yesterday there was a 1 minute and a half. But at the end of the game, it was about 9 because there's some injury to a player in between. So yeah, it to me is ridiculous. To me, they are putting a lot.
This is why squad depth is so important, especially this season. Right?
The more healthy,
and with Courtney,
the better chance you have of being successful this season.
Courtney calling you out, boy.
Well, I yeah, I could agree. It had chances. He had to cross with the right foot, but it was chances to cross along the floor. But we don't have the how to put it. That's central striker that can hold off defenders to cross any aerial balls. And I telling you, when Hoyland there will be a lot more aerial balls coming in. And
Man's a
Anthony,
specimen.
Yeah.
and I believe Tenag would read him the riot act, right? Cross with your bloody right foot. Right? Because you're done leaving out defenders already by the byline. Cross with your right foot.
And even furthermore, if you don't think you can handle it proper with the right foot, perfect the outside of the left. That is what. Yeah,
Exactly.
There is always a way. Always a way. When I used to play, when I come on the left, if I find that I'm in good position to swing my left foot, snap it with the outside of the right.
But while he is not there, that front three is going to be interchanging. They're not going to run on the wing and crossing no ball, right? There's where Mount and Bruno will come further up and link with the three forwards, right? I don't read that's how the game we go play until Hoyland comes in.
So guys, are we brave enough to throw out our starting 11s if we was the man making the picks tomorrow?
Well, let's see if we got some time. Let's see if we can throw a quick starting 11, make a prediction, and then we gotta close the bar.
I drink for a long time.
Oh no. I started for you.
You starting who? Hoyland?
I started for you. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
I think that's the obvious choice. I think back four would be Martinez, Varane, Shaw, and maybe Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka started that game.
And then midfield will be Casemiro, Bruno, Mount.
Yep.
And then possibly Garnacho, Rashford, Anthony. Up top.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's so legit.
Yeah.
The only thing I would look at there, do we expect Wolves to play more defensively or more attacking, which would probably influence his decision of Dallo over Wan-Bissaka, right? And who Wolves are going to be playing on their left. And if I don't know if Nuri is still there, the little youth man they had played on the left last season, really impressed me. But if he is gone as well, we may not have to lean towards Wan-Bissaka's defensive skills. So he may go with Dallo, but that is the only iffy position for me. I think the other 10 positions, locked down.
Give me a score predictions out here, quick. Give me a score prediction.
4-0 with Rashford, Bruno, and Onana getting the points for fantasy.
I know Raul already called 1-0.
No. I said I will take a 1. I never said that's what I believe.
So what's your score prediction then?
I say 3.
3-0, clean sheet.
A Rashford hat trick. To silence some critics. Watch me. I don't care who assists, but I want Rashford to start off with a bang. And let him each time put his finger to his head. Put it 1, put it 2, put it 3 when you hit them.
Down P.S. Morgan and Saka.
That's right. Cool yourself.
What's your prediction, Cass?
I said 3-0, and at least 2 of the goal scorers. I believe Mount, the kind of position Mount is get himself in, I think this is one he go break the ice finally. And Anthony.
Robert, what's your score prediction?
The third score will be between Bruno and.
I think it'll be 3-0. Yeah, I think 3-0.
I'll check Kes fantasy side, yes?
I think 3-0. Because I don't think when I'm not getting lobbed again, because again that happened before. It won't happen today. It won't happen tomorrow. It won't. So
Because it wouldn't happen because nobody gonna be stupid enough to give the ball in that position again.
Exactly. So yeah.
Because
Well,
any keeper,
nobody could be playing at the back. They take give me the ball to begin with.
Right. But watch me. You understand? Stinking fridge. Anyway. Because if you really check it, any keeper for any team, that is there's normally be in that position. Yeah. Any keeper would I get love, would I get that game? Any keeper.
I gonna make a prediction and say 4-0 just like Zahir. I literally don't care who the scorers are. 4-0 will definitely cement and establish that we are here to not play games and we're not the same team from last season, right? Gentlemen, the bar is about to be closed. We've been on here for 1 hour and 16 minutes, and we haven't even covered half the topics that I put down. We haven't even covered half of them.
It's Sunday.
What topics?
It's
exactly.
Sunday.
What topics? I agree.
It's Sunday.
I totally agree. But as always, Raul, Zahir, Kes, Robert, you already know. Thanks for chipping in.
Phil.
Yeah.
Kes, the band. When is your next performance? When is it?
Dan, I took a vacation after signing Hoyle and Horse.
You on shit. No. You on shit. No. You on I don't like that, man. I don't like that.
Save that performance question for CJ the next time you're on the show.
Yeah, very good. Anyway, guys.
No, that Hoyle performance took a lot out of me, Horse.
Oh yeah. All right, no worry.
Yeah, we can talk about that performance on the next show, right? But yeah, guys, Sunday service is over. The guys came, the guys drank, and we talked about a whole bunch of things. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the United Hour, and we are out. Hey, if you appreciate what we're doing here at the United Hour, please like, please subscribe.